Too far up. Oh gosh. Okay. What is up, my dudes and dudettes and makers abroad? So we are working on refining some tap handles, and did a bunch of design work for Gamecraft Brewing Company and working on their pay-to-win front label. That was just a test, but we do have the parts and components for our first draft of the tap handle. And this was the first one. And so as you can see, we've increased fidelity for the lasers, refined some images, got some better looking graphics, did some editing on that last night. But I'm going to work on doing some CNC tomorrow, probably some more laser work with our little magnet attachments with our topper. And so feedback we got today is that they want it to be, or Scott and Kelly over at Gamecraft, they want to have it so that it's not as blocky and square, and they want to kind of scalloped on the back. So we're going to remodel this, but I want to remodel it in a fashion where I can still do laser engraving on the side. And so these two might be a wash for right now. I'm going to do some more testing with some of these. I got a couple of the pieces of walnut and I get together, but you know, magnets are great. Magnets work very well. I've even test fitted it on the kegerator sitting right over there. Everything's fine. So we're going to work on some scalloping on the back, get it a little bit around a curve. Probably change where we're going to have the positioning for the actual threaded insert for interfacing with the actual taps. And so we'll get into the computer here. Not going to fire up the machines because it is already 1:02 in the morning. And I plan on going to bed here in a little bit, but we'll definitely get after some cutting and engraving and doing a bunch of other stuff in the morning and probably throughout the entire day. So pretty exciting. I'm excited for it. Anyway, we'll get after it. So we're going to jump right into Fusion 360, which we already have open, and we're going to go here. And so this was kind of our first inset design. That needs to actually just go away. And so we're going to take this and we're going to copy this. We'll go to this one because this one could probably just get archived and free up another spot. So we're going to make this one read-only. Make that one read-only. And close that one out. Okay. This is what we were working on yesterday, and I found it was actually easier to go into Bamboo Studio, and I actually added the text in Bamboo Studio, and it's not an exact match to what is on the taps right now, which is fine. We can adjust this text later on. That text was more so there for a placeholder. And this is all done with a 0.4 nozzle, and so we're probably going to bump that up to a 0.2. Extend this out based on what it has. And what I want to do is I want to shift this entire thing up and then add in the gold medal icon from the Great American Beer Fest when Pay to Win won, and maybe add the year underneath that for when Pay to Win won its gold medal. So, yeah, it'll be good. Well, at least it gives us a base to start with and where to go. So, neither here nor there. We're going to close out Studio right now. We'll go ahead and save that one. Alright, so from here, we're going to go and we're going to open up our tap handle. This was the first design we were working. It came out, I mean, for the first incept it came out pretty good, but we're going to just keep the same one open, and I'm going to move some of these objects around a little bit. And so what I want to do is I want to grab the entire body. So group 1, group L's plate, body, so it's body 1. I'm going to go ahead and move that, and I'm going to make a copy. And we're going to turn off these other bodies. Sure, looks good. So what we're going to do is we're going to scallop in the back of it, and so we're going to remove the chamfer on these. And that's easy. I'm just selecting that section and I'm hitting the delete key. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set a spot, and I need to figure out what the I need to order some actual wood threaded tap handle inserts. So jump on the Google machine. Threaded tap. And so I want easy log. So this would kind of work, but that's going to extend the height. I want to be completely inset, similar to what these are. I want to inset it into the wood and have it lock into the wood. So this is more so what we're looking at. $0.99 each. Monday, June 10th. Gross. I wonder if there's some others that are in the area. So, fluid, dual thread insert wood tap handles. $1.22 each for Amazon. It's exactly what we want, though. Cannot be shipped to my location. Done. Can it ship here? Yes, it can. Delivery on June 10th. I don't want delivery on June 10th. I want delivery. Meow. Okay. Let's grab that term and let's just drop that in Amazon because Amazon. So, nope, 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 nope. I mean, the ones that I have would probably work. Let's see. Man. I see that there is a little bit of a market for these things. These would be super easy to design. 2-pack chalkboard beer. That's kind of cool. Man. Set of 5. 100-pack. Maybe I'll have to incorporate some of that into the design work. It'd make it a little bit taller, but, you know, neither here nor there. It's like I don't love that it's got a chrome coating on it, and the reason why I don't know. It's gonna be something I'll have to look at. And it's basically just this little guy. We won't worry about it for right now. I mean, we got a set of these. 10-pack for $10. And it works, so we won't worry about it. So let's go back into Fusion 360. Okay, so we got our plated front. That's going to be for where those are going to be at. And so what we're going to do is we're going to modify. I'm going to press pull. We're actually going to drop this in, except I don't want it. What we might do is we might do a variable. Oh, no, doop, and doop, and then we're going to press pull, and let's see. And that would kind of work, so we can save this one. So actually what I need to do now is we're going to turn back on body 1. We're going to make a couple copies of body 1. Try a couple different designs. I'm going to create a copy. Okay. copy. Okay, move, create a copy. Okay. Alright, so this one, what we'll do is so that's 35. Do the same thing with this side. So I like the flat over here because we could still engrave on that. We can engrave here. We can engrave here. I need flat sections to engrave on unless I get the rotary tool hooked up. The rotary tool I can hook up. That's not the hard part. It's getting it set right. I'm gonna go 4 beer. Yeah, look at it, it's like the neck for the ukulele, say something like that, or that hole. I mean, rounded on the back, and that's fine. Something to tinker with. I love tinkering. Tinkering makes me happy. Alright, so we got that one, that one. What can we do with this one? Let's go 17.5. Okay. And then this one, this side, we're going to do the same thing, 17.5. Okay. It's not set for the variable. Okay, and then what we're going going to take the top in on these. I do like having the square top because that's going to match up with the toppers we already have designed. I mean, it's not to say that we can't modify the other ones. Let's see. Let's go to the back. What we do is we're actually going to create two sketches, or one sketch. So create sketch on that profile plane. We're going to go in this corner, so 203. This be 101.5. Finish sketch. So now we got our two sections. What we're going to do is now we're going to go modify. We're going to fill it, variable. Okay. There we go. Not let me create it from the sketch, so let's go. I'm going to press this one in by 0.01. Okay, a negligible difference, but that should allow us to set just a section. There we go. looks kind of a little funky. What to do? It's not going to work because I need that slope up. So It's going to be really hard to do. Get some labels on those. Let's hit the drive. We go to our files. Close that out. Close that out. Go to our screenshots. These two. And drag and drop. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to go back into Fusion, and I like option 2 the best. I don't know why, but I do. I like option 2. Option 3 is good. I do like this little bit of a change to the bottom, so we're going to take option 3. So option 3, I'm going to turn off body use 1. There's option 2, so we're just going to highlight that. Turn off our sketches. And we're going to export. B12 option 2. Export that. Okay, so once that's exported, now we're going to go into easel. New project. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to grab a piece of wood. Our piece of wood is going to be a good old pine. And so we're going to go 1.442. Next it's going to be, oh no, this needs to be in inches. Control Z that. Inches. So I'm going to change this to 1.442. This will be 8, and this will be 1.442. Enter. So there's our block of pine. So what we're going to do is we're going to import a 3D STL, choose file, downloads. I think it says actually pictures and screenshots. Full option 2v2. Yep, version 12. Alright, so there it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to change the orientation of it. Rotate 90. Nope. Rotate 90. Not the one I was looking for. Orientation is going to be bottom. Nope, top. It's going to be the front. Back. There we go. So we got our back orientation. So now it's going to be 0 and 0 and 0. Nope. Oh, that's size. Oops. My bad. I don't want size. I want position. 0, 0, 0. Point 442. Enter. That should fill out the entire thing. Alright. Alright, so if we go with this, so it's going to be the tooltip pathing that it's going to use as it gets into this cut. That's first layer. And so we go to our cut settings. So we're going to take 32 minutes for the rough. Alright. So we go to the finishing bit. We show the finishing. And that's where finishing. So what finishing is going to look like. And so it doesn't necessarily need to run those outer paths. So it doesn't need to have those tabs on there. I should just be able to run the so 3D and ISO Pro.
In this video, we're going to walk step by step on how you can carve something like this, which is 3D, inside of ISO. Okay, so we're at the computer. Let's jump in. Definitely something you're going to want to keep in mind. I want it to 0 for now, and keep working my way down. So while you can't really edit an SDL inside of easel, you can adjust the size. And then you can lock both the X and the Y as well as the Z. So the Z can actually be independent of the X and the Y, which is that is. Okay, so you might have noticed this already, but at the very bottom, even some of them, you can see this is what it's going to look like with the finishing tool paths going off the carpet. This 2 point down, dew point going to be a model boundary relief, which is basically the rectangle relief. It is just using the border of the model to be able to set your relief. And it's a little bit easier to show than to explain. So again, we have the cut depth like before. I'm going to set my padding to 1 inch, meaning that we're going to have an inch.
So I need to set cut settings. This would be like the first 3D carve in easel, so that's what I'm kind of curious about.
0.25 inches. I'm going to get a warning because I'm right at the thickness of the bit. So you're going to want to go a little bit higher than that. But I'm going to generate the tool path so you kind of see what's going on right now. And you're going to see it's going to kind of look kind of goofy as well. If I hit this show preview, you can tell the entire model isn't getting carved out because again, we're only going down 0.5 inches while my model was going all the way to the ground. Now my material actually wasn't much bigger than the margins, but you can see that we are getting extra material that is carved out from the USA map. Okay, so let's say we actually want to see the entire United States, but we still want to leave some material at the very bottom. So I'm going to set this to 0.55 inches, which will leave us 0.2 inches of material at the bottom, because again, our material is 1/4 of an inch. And I'm actually going to need to raise my model up. So coming over to the Z position, if I do 0.2, then the entire model is going to be above. Now actually this 3D model does have some thickness to it, so maybe I don't even want that. I can actually drop this down a little bit. Let's go 1.5. And you can see we have a little bit of thickness still in there, but again, anything that is below that gray plane is not going to be carved out. Now you'll still want to make sure that the model isn't going above.
Import STL, stock material, user recovery model, make sure stock something else. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, because we just want to do model boundary relief. So this will be the roughing. That makes it much easier. And I want to say I have a downcut bit. I think I have a 1/4 inch downcut. So I got 2 that'll work. So I want to use the ball nose, which I have on it right now. I got a ball nose on it right now that's 1/8 inch. I have a ton of those. Alright, so we got a 1/4 inch down cutter. Change the chuck out though. Not the chuck, but the gossip. The Hujimo, that's it. So model boundary relief. We just run this one. That way I can run clamps up front. Won't be able to clamp it in the rear. You can put a bracket down at the bottom that would hold it in place. I won't be able to clamp it. But I can clamp it up front. You maybe run some double-sided sticky tape on the front. You see, the roughing is running kind of like lateral, but when we go to the finishing with the ball nose, we can see that's going to be running in vertical passes. Gosh dang it. No, that's going to be pretty cool when we get into it. I'm excited to try this tomorrow. And then we'll adjust the laser engraving to match, and it'll fit into the space once we get it all set. Got some more beer. Let's crank up the speed on this. Hello, baby. Love you. What's up, kiddo? Yeah, babe. I'm sorry, sweetie. Do you want me to open your window? Do you want me to open your window? No? So, the biggest part about this is making sure that our bit's not going to go crashing into the material. I think it'll be good. We'll give this one a try tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. So we're going to be starting from the mid. Alright, anywho, yeah, well, we'll give it a shot tomorrow and see how this one turns out. This is the one that I like the most out of the designs. Maybe engrave something on the back with a laser. It'd be like beer, food, game, or food, beer, games, or something. I don't know. I'll play around with something. Anyway, short night tonight, but it was a long night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to get my butt to bed, and we will catch you guys tomorrow as we get ready to get into some of this cutting. This part's going to be the coolest. I'm looking forward to this. See how this is going to go. You know, if we're running at 1% speed. Hopefully the X-Carve isn't going to scream at us too much. You never know. I'm going to probably change that over to 0.2. It was one on 0.4. We're going to at least get another ukulele starter. Well, we'll give the printer a break. Doing a lot of printing lately. Lots of printing. What's exciting? Hooray. It shouldn't even be enough room to run the entire GameCraft logo. We'll see what happens after the cut, and I gotta figure out how to anchor. Anyway, we'll catch you guys tomorrow.